Hello guys, Max here. In this quick video I wanted to show you the details of one concept which is called customer outcome pyramid. I'm, I'm like probably you've heard about it before. I heard about it as well before in the book called Build What Matters by Rajesh Narlikar and Ben Foster. This concept was pretty much in detail written there, so I definitely recommend you reading this book. It's not so big, but it definitely might be helpful for you to understand it better, this concept and this approach. But in this video I wanted to go straight away to the practice to show you exactly the example of this concept, and also maybe illustrate you how I would approach it based on the real tool, which is Loom, the one that I use for recording this video, and basically the ones that I'm fan of, the software that I'm fan of. And maybe it will be helpful for you to go over this example and to see how I did. Maybe you'll be able to do it, like to learn something for doing it in your product, doing it yourself. I also, like a quick disclaimer, that I feel that there is no exact rules on how your customer outcome pyramid can be built. So for sake of having better discussion, having better thoughts and ideas exchange, I definitely recommend you sharing your thoughts in comments under this video, so you'll be able to to learn from each other. So maybe you will say, this one should be done differently. Maybe I did this and that. And so I definitely encourage you guys to share what works for you and what's not. So yeah, let's start. Let's proceed to the pyramid itself. So as you can see here, so I did it in my mirror. So this is how it looks like. What I told in the beginning is that it is not the whole picture of it. So definitely there should be more steps and more details illustrated, but for the demonstration purposes, I think that's enough, just because I did it in that somewhere 30 minutes or so. So probably you'll be able to, like, if you work with some product, you'll be able to invest more time in this, let's say a couple of hours, but then to cover all, like, more of the use cases. So let's start with the basics of this approach. So first of all, we separate all the outcomes that we have for a user into two categories, so benefits and costs. This is done in a way that we understand what exactly user gets from our product and what it requires for them to use it. And it's like seeing all the journeys that they do, seeing all the values that we bring for them, and the cost of this value for the user. Yeah, here is the first part, so benefits. For benefits, I listed the different, like I used this structure for myself. So feature, how it's done, it's like an explanation behind the feature, the context of this feature, and sub-features. So some small parts of this that we implement this feature with, so that helps user to achieve this result. I would also add the metrics. I didn't do it in this video, but because it's a bit different topic, I think, for another video. But generally, you can say, okay, here we can have some metrics that will allow us to measure exact implementation of those. So this will be kind of the proxy for you to understand these metrics and to understand what exactly you should measure in order to understand the value and the success of your product. Let's dive into the details. So for benefits, for Loom video sharing software, recording and video sharing, I would highlight those. So first of all, it's a one-click screen recorder, which is done how? It is done via launching from browser, we are launching from desktop. Besides that, it has some smaller details. So it's keeping default settings when you launch the video, it's indicating the countdown when the recording is starting, and also sharing the major options that you have in your video before your video session, so you can see exactly how you're going to record it. For link, again, there may be more there, so it's just an illustration of what we do. So we do it in two ways, yeah, from browser and from desktop, and we can see this things like a benefit there. For the, sorry, not benefits, but sub features. For link sharing, there can be done by it can be shared by public link, or it can be shared by email. As well as the details for it, a user can do sharing configuration. If I would be working on this, I would also list more of those sharing configuration parts. So let's say what exactly can be, like maybe you can choose the access for someone, maybe you can choose set the password. Maybe you can choose expiration of this link. I don't know, like depends on this like details of this specific product. For view reporting, okay, it's when you get notification when someone viewed your video, so you can do notification via extension and via email. It's for how. And for the sub features, we say, okay, showing who watched your video and when. So you get this notification when another person did this, when another person watched this video. Collaboration. It can be comment section, it can be emoji reaction. For emoji reaction, like for comment section, like again, it should be listed some sub features. So let's say having this comment field under the video, letting users to leave the, let's say, comment with rich text, maybe leaving comments with links, maybe having anti-spam prevention, something like this, if you want to go that deep. For emoji reactions per timeline, we say, okay, emoji reactions video, so it shows you which emojis users leave on which time of this video, so exactly on the timeline, and leaving collaborators, giving chance for collaborators to leave these emojis. For limited video libraries also, you see, like, it's organizing in folders, it's tagging videos files, it's video search, sorting and ranking. And under those we have also folder management, tag management, searching by keyword, sorting by number of views. Maybe there are more videos, maybe you can filter, let's say, by type of video, maybe type of tags, I don't know, something like this. For video editor, it's also another benefit that you get with Loom, but it's something I didn't list. So again, it's let's say option to let's say cut the video, to remove unnecessary parts, to merge two different videos, to leave some text written, to make some effects, and you can go deeper into the editing niches, editing area. So that's for benefit. So you see, I just list, like again, these are examples, so don't pay attention too much in the details, but how I do it is basically I do what, like a global unit, what it can be the feature, what is like a global bigger area. Then I ask how you can do this. So with this one, in different ways, with this. So imagine it like a user journey, maybe even, how they do it. And then we expand those. So we expand those by sub-features. So under each different path or each different flow that user has. It's easier for you to break it down even further. And in the end, we have this huge cloud of features, or even sub-features, you can call this, or you can call these features, but these can be areas, so it doesn't matter, but just like some global thing, how is detailed, and also the details of those options that go under these areas. And then from these details, as I said before, you can do metrics. So you can measure, okay, how many reactions, how many emoji per 100 views or per 1,000 of views do you see? How you can separate those, let's say, for videos shared publicly or shared privately. I don't know, in different, maybe by video duration, how you can segment them to measure those. So you can go deeper. Similar logic is applied to costs. For me personally, cost is easier to list. To be honest, it was easier because you can do the simple use. Like first of all, you add direct cost. It's something that you for sure have in mind if you work with a paid product, and obviously you need to get some revenue. So here I listed it's $10 per month subscription, but of course Loom has more, let's say, more complex pricing, so it has more options, more tariffs. So it depends on your product again. So maybe you want to have more here. For setting up, it can be also like an onboarding. It can be also like setup for users. So that's when they start working with your product. So it's of course it's sign up. So which options do you have there? You have let's say social login. You have plain email password. Maybe you have something else. Yeah. Maybe you have some integrations with other services. Software installation. So here it's desktop and Chrome, and we know, okay, this all costs user time to install it and to set up, to do the configuration. So here we have this configuration. For configuration, we can say, okay, it's recording settings. So let's say for audio input, for video input. It can also be, let's say here, I didn't list it as well just because of the time, but you can also say, okay, profile settings, because if you have collaboration, obviously you may want to have name selection, picture selection, yeah, like workspace settings. So all of those needs to be set up before user starts working, yeah, and it also costs them time, yeah, to do this. So I do this like 3 groups usually, like direct costs, setup costs, and what we have next, we have the flow. For the flow, I simplified it a lot here, to be honest, but for the demonstration purposes, I think it's fine. So you set the flow as a step-by-step of the user journey. So what is user journey here? It's let's imagine we cut it only to the session recording, as I did now, for example. So we do initiate recording. So I press my Loom icon and I say start recording and it gets recorded. So I have, like to do this I need to, yeah, here I didn't show it, I think. So you need to open the app via desktop or open the extension via, if you talk about the Chrome extension. So you need to open and click start button. So besides that, so I didn't list it here again, but besides that you need select recording mode. So recording mode, there are different ones. So there is by area, let's say screen plus camera, screen and camera, and also by source. So is it current tab or desktop? If you talk about the desktop, sorry, it's not desktop, by the Chrome browser. Yeah. So you may want to go deep into this kind of, it's like a branches of a tree, right? So you can go deeper. Then, so if you speak about initiating the recording, there is this written flow, and there are possible solutions there. Why do we need this again? Because first of all, we see which are the costs, and we see that, for example, some of those costs can be eliminated because treated as a value, yeah, the value here, and the subtraction of value here because it's cost. And we can say, okay, maybe we want to remove something, like, again, if it's a feature, then we will have it there as well in the benefit. But if it's not a feature, if it's some, let's say, instruction for a user or something that they waste their time on, and we can do somehow select it for them or decide it for them, in such case, we may want to eliminate it here and to simplify, and we'll have some idea how to make it simpler for them and to decrease this cost. Next we go to, let's say, same, so we initiated the recording, here we pause the recording. For pausing the recording, we need to open extension, or we need to use the floating panel if we speak about desktop, this one. You see, for here it already eliminates some effort for me, because if we didn't have this floating tab, we would need to again open the Loom app and there select click the plus button. So in such way, Loom eliminates this extra step for me and kind of increases the value, right? Same for uploading. So if we didn't have Loom, we would need to take this recording video and upload it somewhere on the server and then get our link. And in our case, we do the background uploading where we get the link. So I would say, okay, we get the link of the uploaded file. And also, if you record it, let's say from extension, then you get it open into the new tab, so you can even preview it quickly. So I would also branch it depending on the platform, because here the flows are different. So again, this was my example for Loom, for like the customer outcome pyramid. I don't think, to be honest, that there is a need to share this board with you guys, because I understand that it's something pretty, like, it's just plain example how I would think about it. But generally, again, like, let's quickly recap the structure. So you have benefits, you have costs. For benefits, you try to list what user have like as a major point. Then you do into the details of what the flows are there, if they are different. And then you go into the details of which features exactly you need. After that, you may want to list either metrics that you want to share, or maybe some suggestions what you can do to improve it. So, for example, in the book Build What Matters, the author also recommends having idea of how to 10x improve your feature here, or to how to make it 10x better for a user, right? It's also a good next step kind of after this customer outcome pyramid. But generally, that's how I would think about it. And as from the benefits, same for the costs. So also you separate the major global things, what user is, like in our case it's direct, setting up and flow. For the flow, you select the journey that user does with each step, again depending on the platform, and also under this you list the details. A quick tip, guys, that I just realized now, that it depends on the platform, it depends on the product that you do it for. So maybe you will want to completely separate, let's say, Chrome extension and desktop, as in our case. You may want to have two separate tables here, right? It will be huge, yes, so you may want to visually optimize it a bit, because I have two huge gaps here, so I could also do it smaller, maybe, or more compact. But again, it's an aesthetics question. The main thing is to have it listed properly under which area you have which points, and go from these points deeper, deeper, deeper into more breakdowns, so that later on you will be able to have this pyramid, right? And after you have this pyramid, again, you can either think how to 10x improve your value for your user, or to think how you can decrease their cost somehow, right? And also you may want to use it as, like, again, based on the build.methods book, they recommend you using it for forming your next milestones. So your next plan, what you're going to do with the dev team, and what you're going to research next, and what your next steps are. Cool. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. So this was, I hope it was helpful for you. I would definitely be happy to see your ideas, your suggestions on this, how we can improve it, and what exactly worked for you in making the customer outcome pyramid for your product. Yep, thank you very much. Hope to see you soon in the next videos in my channel. If you like this video, feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel. And leave your comment in the comment section just to let me know what you think and how helpful it was for you. Thank you. Bye bye.